What's up, guys, in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about Jabari Parker possibly going to the Oklahoma City Thunder or getting traded there next year, because there have been reports coming out about him he was really close to being traded this year, and I mean this year he's going to be a restricted free agent, so there's no telling what's going to happen, and I really think you might go to the Thunder. I'm going to be telling you why. I'm going to be giving my reasons why. I got 4 reasons why. So yeah, so without further ado, without me running on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so before I get into any of my reasons, I'm actually going to get into, why is this even a thing? Because obviously, he's coming off his best year. He's having 20 points per game, his highest, average points in his entire career. I mean, he was one of the biggest pieces to that roster. But now, y'all would be like, why is he even in question to be traded? Well, there have been reports that have came out saying he was extremely close to being traded at the deadline. And that, he almost has little to no chance of either re-signing with the team or not getting traded next year if he does re-sign. And as you know, he's a restricted free agent next year. So if a team offers him a max contract, then the Bucks, if they don't want to let him walk for nothing, then they are forced to give him a max contract and trade him before the deadline. But so they're kind of in a pickle right now. And, they kind of missed out on trading him at the deadline, and now they're going to either have to re-sign him for a huge deal that someone's going to throw at him, and then trade him before the deadline, or just let him walk for absolutely nothing. So they're kind of in a pickle right now because of his injuries and everything. But, alright, so now that I got all that out of the way, let's get into the reasons why I think that he will be traded there. This is why it would benefit the Thunder. Their starting lineup would be complete. They would have one of the most complete starting lineups in the entire league, as they would now have probably top 3 point guard in the entire league in Russell Westbrook. Then they could move Paul George to shooting guard. That's what he was drafted into the league as. He was a shooting guard. He never really got a chance. He didn't get much minutes those first 2 years. But, he did play most of his career as small forward. But, up until he came to the NBA, he was a shooting guard. So, that's something to look at. And you can move him there. You can definitely play that position. But then also, you could move Carmelo Anthony back to small forward, which is his original position. So, he would be comfortable there for sure. Then Jabari Parker, you could keep at power forward and keep Steven Adams at center. So, you now have 5 pretty much studs. Carmelo Anthony's on the decline right now, but he's still gonna be an elite shooter. So you'd have 5 studs on your roster. Then that would move Andre Roberson to the bench. That would just help a ton. And then also my second reason is going to be Jabari Parker is coming off of his highest scoring season of his career. The dude was averaging 20 points per game before his injury, and yeah, although he's only averaging 11 points per game this year, he's still coming back from a torn ACL. He missed half the season with it, so it's going to take a little bit of time to recover. And the reason this is so important is because right now they're the 12th ranked offense, so not amazing, but pretty good. They're almost top 10. So if they're able to get in that top 10, top 6, maybe even top 5 with Jabari Parker when he's fully back and he's still shooting like he was, and he's still being able to score like he was, getting that 20 points per game, that can move him into the, like I said, the 10th or top 5 offense. That would help them a crap ton. And also, his 3-point shooting would help them buttloads. He's shooting 41% from the 3 last year. That is amazing. 41% from the 3, that is very, very good, especially for someone like a power forward. And then also you got to look at their defense. That's a top 3 defense already. Jabari Parker can play defense, and if he comes there, they might be the best defense in the entire league, and then that would mean they're the best defensive team with one of the best offenses in the entire league. So if you combine defense and offense, well, they're going to be legit finals contenders, and they'll be able to scare Houston and Golden State in a series in the playoffs. Nobody would want to see the Thunder in the playoffs at all. And I really just think if Jabari Parker was there, that'd be that final piece of the puzzle. But then my third reason is going to be, he fits their system literally perfectly. Just look at this. The Thunder have, their system revolves around fast breaks, being athletic and everything. And that's proven, as they are number 3 in fast break points per game. And so if they're having someone as young and as athletic as Jabari Parker is, and he's able to stay healthy, he would be able to fit the system perfectly, because he's fast, he's athletic, he can dunk, he can get on the fast break. He's the player that they need at the power forward position. And if they're able to move a veteran like Corey Brewer onto the bench who can't really get on the fast break anymore just because he's so old, and you replace him with Jabari Parker, that would just be one of the best fits in the entire league in this year's free agency class for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And my fourth and final reason is going to be that this would add much needed bench depth to their team. Their bench is atrocious. If the Thunder had half the bench any other team in the league had, despite a few others, they would be finals contenders this year. Their bench is literally ranked dead last in the league in points per game. Their bench is pretty awful. And so just think that would move Andre Roberson and the Brewer to the bench, which would be huge. I mean, maybe they can't light it up. Brewer can actually score a little bit, but maybe they can't just light up the scoreboard, but they would at least be having defense to slow down other teams' benches and starters, and then they would have two defensive players that have fresh legs and can play with the starting group as they are doing this year. So they would be able to interchange very easily, and I mean, that depth would be enormous for this team next year. So yeah, but unfortunately, guys, it's very severe. So comment below, do you agree with me any of these points? Do you think the Thunder should pick him up in free agency? Do you think they should trade for him? If they do trade for him, what do you think the trade package would? Do you think Jabari Parker would fit their system? I want to hear all your thoughts below. And also, if you did like the video at any point, hit the like button. It would mean the world to me. If you really like the video, want to help me out, please hit the subscribe button. I would literally, I would love y'all forever. That'd be amazing. And obviously, I wouldn't be here without y'all, but also wouldn't be here without the real man upstairs. You already know, the big homie, Jesus Christ himself. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope I have a blessed day. I hope everyone has a blessed day. And kids, don't think about you. Never do vegetables. Always do drugs. Stay safe. For your seatbelt. Goodbye.